Regarding this man that lost his wife some days ago, the story has changed. We don't even know who is saying the truth again now. What the man said last week is different from what we are hearing now. According to the man last week, he said he took his wife, who was in labor, to one hospital that they demanded for 500,000 deposits before they attend to her. So when he couldn't raise that money, he refused to attend to his wife. Then he was later asked to take the wife out of that hospital. So in the process of him taking the wife to another hospital, that was when the wife, we saw the video when he was begging the wife to hold strong, stay strong because of them, because of her children and all that. So painful, the wife. You know, the thing really went viral. People were like, which hospital? Give us the name of the hospital. We need to report that. So that hospital needs to be sanctioned and all that. Actually, he later revealed the hospital. It seems many people reported the hospital. Then, according to what we heard this morning, the hospital also gave their own report that they didn't know that man and the wife before that time. That the wife did not register in that hospital. That the wife did not register to enter with that hospital. And they didn't even ask the woman or the man to bring any money. When they came, they said the woman has lost too much of blood. So because they didn't have the facility to take care of the woman, that was why they asked the man to move the woman, or they referred the woman to a general hospital in Ekpe. So that was where the man was actually going when did they say that day that they got there, it was too late. And that was how the woman died. That was the report they gave, that they didn't collect any money. They didn't ask the man to bring any money. So we're not going to know who they talk to again. The thing is, if that man had known, like this is what I keep saying, if he had known, they would have used general hospital in the first place. This is what I keep saying. No matter what now, the person don't die. No matter even if the hospital is sanctioned tomorrow, maybe just let's assume that it's the hospital that lied or anything. They want to. So we need to really take precaution. We really need to take precautions, especially when you know you are not financially buoyant. If you know you don't have up to 1 million in your account, you want to put to bed, don't register with private hospitals, because you don't know your fate. It's only God that knows. When a woman is pregnant, the woman pray for safe delivery, for easy delivery, for everything to go perfect. But sometimes, you understand. So if there is an emergency, you don't have money, they won't attend to you. So most times, average hospital in Lagos, like those small private hospitals that charge 70,000 naira, 80,000 naira, 100,000 naira for delivery in Lagos, don't have specialists. They are able to employ medical doctors, just medical doctors and few nurses, nurses. The rest are auxiliaries. So if there's an emergency, they invite specialists from big hospitals. They invite specialists from government hospitals, and those specialists, they charge more. They collect big money. You understand? And they collect their money immediately. Like immediately after the surgery or whatever they are doing, you are going to pay them. You won't tell them tomorrow, next tomorrow. So that's why before anything, they will want the patient to drop like 70% of the money, because they know that after the surgery or whatever they are doing for that patient, when immediately the specialist finish, they are paying the specialist. The specialist will not want to come back and say, okay, next year or next week when you discharge the person. So who do you want to pay for you? The doctor or the owner of the hospital? They won't do it. That's why they are doing business. They prioritize money first. It's not that they don't care about you. They care, but they must run their business. So that's what they do. That's what they do. We need to know how things are done, so that you don't put yourself at risk. This thing have happened to somebody I know. This person I know, not that we are not friends, but we just met in a salon. She gave her experience, what happened, how she went to the hospital, that they didn't know that her water broke. She was a first-time mom. She didn't know what that means. So, and she registered in a private hospital. They didn't even enlighten her. She didn't have that orientation that once your water breaks, you have to go to hospital immediately. It's risky for you to just stay at home once your water breaks. So when her water broke, because she was not feeling anything, she just had that. Then it was the next day, that in the morning, that she started feeling contraction. Then she now called the doctor. She now told the doctor that that yesterday night she felt like she saw water coming out from her body. The doctor was like, okay, when? She said since yesterday. So that baby was, so they needed to operate her. Then the next thing, they asked them to drop 480,000 naira before anything. So she was like, but she registered in this hospital. She's not running away. She even live close to the hospital. That the husband is not around. They were like, she went with her sister. They were like, no, you have to drop that money before anything of that. The doctor has already told her that, sir, immediately the water breaks, your baby is at risk. That we don't even know if the baby is still okay. So we have to do this operation fast. So she was upset. We were like, sister was like, this woman is not anyway. She registered there and all that. The doctor, there's nothing he can do. That they will have to drop that money first before they quickly call before she quickly called her husband. The husband have to send somebody. They drop that money before they even call the specialist. So after the whole thing, the woman said she stopped using the hospital. She, thank God, everything went fine. That she was so upset. She didn't even greet the doctor and all that. So when she was not talking, that was when we later understood that, see, they call somebody to come and treat you. That means the person they call to come and operate you, the person, they will pay the person immediately. So you telling the doctor to hold on, do it, the doctor will not agree. So that's what happens. So if you know you are not financially buoyant, please use government hospitals. It's enough. This is so painful in this present life. People still die as a result of negligence. And that woman have young children who will be stranded now, and a husband who will be struggling to take care of his to provide for the children and also take care of it. It's not easy. So please don't put yourself at risk unnecessarily. If you don't get money, use the place when it's cheap. And thank God, government hospitals in Lagos, they have good doctors. If you've used them, you will know that yes, they are special, they are good. So why risk yourself in private hospitals that you cannot afford? Aside the fact that general hospitals, they have specialists, they are good, and they prioritize life more than money. They prioritize life first. Not that you won't pay. You will pay, but you won't pay up to the amount you pay in private, especially if the case is severe. You understand? So why not put yourself in an easy place in case there is an emergency, so that you don't lose life, so that you don't put your loved ones at risk. So if this man and the wife, if they had used government hospital, trust me, maybe this thing would have been avoided. If normal delivery won't be appropriate for you, they will let you know. They will give you options. And this, you will prepare yourself before time. Yes, there are also times that you are normal, everything is fine. Maybe the day of delivery, something else happened. They will not prioritize money. They will not they will put your life and the baby's life first. That's why it's a government hospital. So this is negligence. That woman, the result of negligence. She was not attended to on time. So if she was attended to on time, maybe she won't have. Government hospital, you stress yourself a lot. They will insult you. You will waste your time. Like, you will go in the morning and come back in the evening, because they take time to check women. They take time to take records. They take time to know everything. So you don't just go there and come back immediately. So people get discouraged because of the way they talk to people. They get discouraged because of the way they insult people. Yes, they will insult you. Because of the population. Most times, I think when the nurses, when they are tired, they tend to transfer aggression on the patient. Yes, because that's it. But that shouldn't stop you. You will not, because of that one, put yourself at risk. If you know you don't have that money, if you know you don't have that money to pay, or that money that you will pay immediately if there's an emergency, because childbirth, once a woman is in labor, it's not something that it will say, okay, tomorrow or later I will pay. You have to pay fast. You have to do that in fast. Everything you are doing it immediately, because it's just like a clock that is ticking. As that time is going, that woman's life and the child's life is at risk. So you have to prepare down. You know your power. You know the amount you earn. You know that, okay, your wife is pregnant and you don't have too much. So as you're in that private hospital, if eventually anything happens, they say, okay, come and draw 500 and you don't have that money, please use general hospital. Another thing I also saw in this whole thing, this thing, as funny as it is, as hard as it is, people still give birth in herbal homes. People still give birth in church. Yes, Somebody once told me that one woman once told me that and they waste time, they go hospital. That the 3 children when she born alagbo she for born them. This story for another day, I beg.